So our second speaker today is Alkim del Coco. She's a global technical recruitment manager at Krilla Consultancy. Krilla Consultancy is an experienced recruitment company based in Switzerland, and they are present all around Europe. So welcome.
Hello, Isadora.
Hi.
It's very nice to being here today. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. So, um, that I should start with my presentation, I believe. Yeah, here we are. That is everyone seeing it? Perfect. So, welcome today to Job Prospects of Software Engineers, and thank you for joining us. Starting with me, who am I? I'm a patient recruiter with 18 years of experience, but especially dedicated to software engineers. In fact, in my journey, I work in corporate side as a recruiter, but mainly in the last 12 years, I can say I really focused on the IT part because it is my playground. I can say when I'm saying it's a passion for me. I really enjoyed after I meet with uh, recruitment of software engineers that it always gives me another pleasure because it's an area that developing every day. So I cannot stay as I am today, and I have to also improve myself with them. So this gives me another pleasure. And also I proudly want to mention that I have the privilege to be a career coach, the first alumni of elu. And so if you are looking for a career in software engineering, I can say you will be in good hands. So today that we will discuss about software engineering job prospects together. That what? Sorry, I miss it. Okay. What you should be expecting as a job from job prospects in software engineering. This question is not easy to answer in fact in 10 minutes because it is very very related with you. So today I would love to discuss with you this. For uh, for this there is a very important point to understand who is a software engineer and what they do actually, because uh, many of us maybe is not aware that how they are making great today. The real answer is just surrounded us. In fact, imagine that you are offering your foods from out, and then you are started listening music, you are going to a cafe, you are paying all these payments, starting from all these payment systems to the transportation, to the games, and to the all the applications in your mobile phone, and of course the mobile phone itself. So every of them is coming from software engineers hand. But the thing is, why I'm saying is, of course, that all we aware of this. These are all different areas, in fact, because software engineers are masterminds behind the technologies. Now we cannot imagine that living without. But to be a best software engineer, not the best in the world maybe, but to be one of the best, you must be creative, not only have the technical expertise. So this will come during the years for sure, and so you can carry out innovative ideas. It's very important. But what they do to have these ideas finally, they are not only coding, sitting and coding all day, but for example, they can check for bugs in software, and which require extreme concentration, and also software developers have to collaborate with others, including fellow developers, managers, and clients. So today they are not only sitting in their chair for sure. And developers are often natural problem solvers, which is very, very important skill in a software engineer. So their basics come from solving problems. In fact, mathematic problems it start, but then it will become to do sometimes business problems, because now business is means digital. So if they solve the problem, so they solve the business finally today. And if you are an aspiring software engineer, you can expect regular opportunities to progress your career also. As you learn technical skills and gain experience, new doors will open for sure. You will have the chance to continue working with code or to use understanding of software development lifecycle, also to lead the teams. Here is very important part for me, what I say software development lifecycle. Because when I am coaching in many new graduate or many professionals who would love to change their career path to the IT or software development, the first thing I want them to understand the software development life cycle, because software development life cycle is not just start and just end with coding. It's involve many other steps also before, during, and after. So to understand it very well will let you know that to understand your place in from the perspective of job prospects, where you can stand. Because when we say software engineer today, there is really so many opportunity will be open in front of you, but you must be decided about that, and you must started to improve yourself in that area. I know many of them is asking this question, so where would I feel fit well? There are some examples I can give you for sure. You can be a software developer, you can be a data engineer, you can be a DevOps engineer, you can be software quality assurance engineer and or testing engineer, software testing engineer. You can be cloud engineer, you can be system engineer, you can be blockchain engineer. So today the examples are so many. My intention today not to confuse you with the possibilities, but to let you know where you can place yourself. Because also here I will stand for a while that, for example, when you are talking about development, you need to decide to um, to a language that you would love to specialize. It is important because then it will be affect your applications for sure. But this does not mean that you choose a language which is around today. I believe the used ones are 150, but the popular ones, of course, around 20. It does not mean that you choose PHP, you will stuck with that. You choose sharp, you stuck with that. No, today a good developer must be open to improve their self all the time. You must choose your language or languages that you would love to go on the being expertise, because it is also a matter of taste. During my recruitment years, and still, of course, I'm coming across with many developers that who are really love what they are doing, and sometimes I come across with developers that they are regret that they didn't choose a different path a couple of years ago, because this path is not mustn't be started. Not is not it mustn't be started that what they give you, because what they teach you at school, what they want you to work in your first job, It must be also not, it mustn't be limited what they gave you, but you must be also very open to step up with the new technologies. You must be always open eyes, what is new, what is going on. And you, I always say, you must coding also for pleasure for yourself, so you will not feel any time as you stuck with that technology. If you choose one or two, and only during the years, 10 years, 15 years, you just go with that, yes, technologies are getting old also, and the new technologies come up. Sometimes they are not very related with each other, because here there is many also question if you would love to enjoy with a object oriented language or subject oriented language, or today we are talking functional languages. These all has a different taste. Also, one is sometimes different than others, and your joy can change. So in this point, that which I would love to hear, that finishing my presentation and coming back to me. And here, what I would love to suggest, really go with the new technologies and know yourself. Try them, because if you are beginning of your journey in software development, be aware this is not a sea, this is an ocean, and this is endless. Discover as much as you can, and also discover your taste, and discover what you would love to do, because these technologies will become a part of you, and you will be living with them finally, and you will be earning with them for sure. As much as you love it, as much as you will be great on this, that what I discovered during the years, the best developers are the ones who are making their job with passion. And it is very important, it is very inspiring also for the others. So find these people, follow on LinkedIn, on YouTube, watch the videos, and try to make small projects with these languages, or try to understand the other aspects of the software development lifecycle. when you when you understand it perfectly, and when you feel it, that it is really great on you and you enjoy it, then I believe you will become a good developer or engineer. Here, I believe we can have some questions if you have for me. How much experience is one required so as to attain global recommendation for software engineering? Okay, this is a hard question, because, of course, answering this for all the global is not easy. But what I suggest you, if you are looking for a global job, I would consider at least 2 years of experience. 2 years of experience, because it will give you an aspect that you will be developing the applications without any help, or only help of Google. So this is a great step for me, because after this step you started to become more senior. You will started to deal with complex problems. After this stage, your also learning curve will be very fast, because you would be solving the main issues, the basic problems in coding. Also, you will be more understanding the importance of clean code, what is its maybe you will be go into more deep into the engineering steps. If your degree is not tech related, or if you lack a degree entirely, will be an obstacle. Software engineer, even if you are self-taught and have projects and experience. Okay, this is a great question, because I can say, if you ask me this question a couple of years ago, I would be more pessimistic about it. But today, 2022, and after the COVID changed our lives a lot, or also from the perspective of working remotely. Globally, that it's changed for sure. And so your chances are much more today with finding a job globally. It is very important that what you are doing passionately, and don't give up. Don't give up. Your resilience is very important. If you have enough projects to show, and but these must be solid projects, that and if you are ready for the interviews, for the technical questions, many companies, I can say, is not bothering the degree anymore that much. Some companies, I don't want to give name today, but I can say some of them you are knowing very well, even not asking the diploma when you get a job offer, because they really only care the technical steps that you passed. So don't stuck on this if you have a degree or not, but really be passionate what you are doing, and just try to put all your energy that what you can do more. Because being a software engineer or being a developer, um, it's not about diploma, being a good one, that I can say. It's not only about the diploma. It's like being a pilot. So for example, I don't know if anyone has information about it, but the pilots, even if they are hard training, which takes 2 years, they cannot take the flight after 2 years experience. They have to fly with others, and then one day it's calculated how many kilometers they flight, and then they become a chef captain. uh, it's like that. In fact, it is very important in coding and in software development, how much you code, and you coded, or if you are working in other areas, how much you are into it. It is very important, the technical questions that you can answer, because if you can do better than anyone who has a diploma, then it will not be matter that you don't have it. From my side, and my experience is saying this. Well, GPA, again, in fact, it is related with the previous question for me. GPA or degree itself, it is matter in the first month, maybe first year, because a recruiter don't has anything to look beside it. But as a recruiter, if you can show me something, that a project, a passion, a full GitHub link, for example, then a GPA, I will not dig your GPA. That I promise. But it is important for me that if I can see that sign that you do something passionately about it, you really want this job, you really want to work on this. As a recruiter, I would love to see it more than a GPA or a diploma. But the moment you don't have them, if you are just trusting your diploma, if you didn't do anything, I can say in an empty CV, yes, we can check for a diploma or GPA. Do programming certifications matter, or only projects are valued when applying for entry-level software engineering? Both, I can say. Certification is one thing, is important, of course. Sometimes clients are that and customers are looking for that, but of course projects are show that you applied your knowledge. So in the first years it is a bit maybe overwhelming, but I promise you, you will get the fruits later. Try to do as much as you can. So I always say that these questions, what, it's not the answer for me, one or other. Do if you can do both. Um, Try to take the certification, because certification is something theoretical also still, many of them. I don't want to say 100%, but try to do also projects that which will give you a lot of points in the future. Yes, it is very possible. It is very possible that today people are working from other side of the world to the other side of the world. The COVID is really crushed these boundaries. Before it, there is always there was still this kind of remote jobs, but with COVID, it's really broke the boundaries, and now the many of the company is so much open to this remote working. Sometimes and it is not matter if you are residing in that country or not, uh, because today with the mobile HR companies who can make your payroll all around the world, now it become possible.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you so much for your talk. It was great.
Thank
I think
you.
we learned a
It was
lot,
great.
and a lot of people had a lot of questions as well.
Okay.
um,
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to being here again, and wish
Thank
you a
you.
pleasant presentation.